everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. So this is a reading for those of you who are not in contact with the person on your mind. This is taking a look at the month of January. I've shuffled your deck, I've pulled your cards. This is collective for all signs, so it should resonate for anybody in this situation. All right. Our first card, I'm taking a look into why your person is avoiding you, and you got the Two of Swords. So I feel like this person had an opportunity to be with you at one point. This is probably not somebody that you just like dated once, right? There's an energy of you actually having some pretty significant feelings for this person and them having feelings for you as well. This is also showing me that there was a chance for the two of you to be in a relationship. It looks like at one time you may have been trying to work on that or talking about it. It also looks like the decision was never quite made because there's a possibility that there was always someone else involved, or that your person had a real problem with the idea of commitment. Like maybe they didn't want to be tied down, or they didn't know what they wanted. So this is kind of like the eternal one night stand, or the situationship that never gets a title, but then it tapers off and then the two of you lose touch and maybe come back together again. This doesn't look like something that is new and has only happened once. This looks like a cycle that you've been going through for a long time in regards to this connection, whoever this is. And I feel like there's some really strong like soulmate twin flame energy, because you did get the Six of Cups and the Lovers together. But I feel like the main obstacle in regards to this situation is your person always seems to be committed to something else, or there's always something that they like put in the way of you being able to ever really get them alone or get into a space where you're their only priority, right? There's something here. I don't know if you gave them like some kind of ultimatum, because it looks like to me this person is not communicating with you at this time because they feel like there's nothing they can do to give you what you want. It's like they feel like they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Maybe you ask them a question and they don't have an answer for you. So instead of continuing on with like conversating or being in your space, they just really got quiet. There's cards here showing me that this person like very abruptly stopped engaging or communicating. I feel like, however, this person has a tendency to do this because they almost, it's like they view you as always being there, or you're always going to be somewhere in the background. So it seems like this person kind of doesn't have a problem with making you wait. I feel like the issue for you at this time, though, is that because they never got back to you about whatever this was. It could have been an ultimatum, like you need to pick. It could have been, hey, how do you feel about me? Where do you want this to go? And because they didn't get back to you, even though this person has a tendency to like come and go, there's something about this time that feels different. So perhaps this person ended up in a relationship with someone else while you were on a break, or, you know, when they left things so open-ended, or there's just something about this, like if they were with someone, they're not now. Okay, that's not a thing anymore. But there's something about this where this time feels different. And I think it's got you really questioning, did this person ever have real feelings? Because they're not taking the actions necessary to keep me from moving on, right? They're not getting back to you. They're not giving you anything to go on. And I think that when this conversation happened, you were at such a pivotal point in your situation or your relationship, because it had been going on for so long and it feels so undefined, or it feels like there's always kind of like an escape plan for this person. I don't know if they're like a flight risk, but it's like they always leave a back door open, or some way that they could kind of slither out of being with just you, right? And so I think you were trying to like cover all your bases and get very clear, because it looks like this has been a long-winded situation, right? When you did that, it's like you backed this person into a corner, and whatever you were asking for, it's like they don't know how to give it to you. I don't know if they need to get rid of something in their life. Like, For some of you, maybe your person is still with someone else. They're still talking to someone else. Maybe they have ideas about relationships that are just not serving them, and it keeps them from being able to actually commit to somebody, right? Something about this, though, it was so necessary. This conversation was so necessary that when they didn't have it with you, it gave you all the information you needed to know, right? I feel like if you're watching this, you're more watching out of curiosity, but not because you're waiting for this person to return and feeling like they're going to be the end all. And that really is because of the way that they responded to you when they had an opportunity to like lock it in, or to at least give you an idea of what direction they felt like going in the future with this. There's an energy of you having leveled up in your life since you spoke to this person, because you're actually looking at them as like King of Pentacles reversed. So maybe if they're with someone else, or they're always like going back and incorporating someone, they don't even have to be with that person. You view it as like, I'm now the third energy. Like, I always looked at that other person as being extra, but I'm seeing that I'm extra, and maybe there's not a place in your world for me, right? With what you've shown me, you're showing me what you're committed to by not showing up, or by ghosting, or getting really quiet or standoffish when I'm having discussions that normal people should be able to have when they're with their partner, right? Because this is somebody that I feel like you've probably been intimate with. This has been a long, kind of dragged out situation, right? And so the thing is that this person, I feel like, is still so undecided about how they could give you what you want, because it might require them to move out, block somebody, get a divorce, change their way of thinking. For some of you, this person just has a lifestyle that's not in alignment with where you're going, where you're headed, because you're viewing them as somebody that could be a liability to what you're creating, and you're in a Pentacles energy, and you're viewing people through the lens of, are they an asset to what I have going on? Are they a liability? Are they here to take or destroy versus to support, right? Or build up? And this person is still over here in the Wands energy, just trying to figure out their next move. I wouldn't be surprised if you're the kind of person where you have like the 10-year plan, right? Or you have the daily list of goals, or you're just very like eye on the prize, trying to build wealth, maybe generational wealth, whatever. And when this person can't make simple decisions, right, for you, you look at them like they're not trustworthy. You need somebody that can be that rock, that's solid, that you don't have to guess what they're thinking. But you also are looking at them like, if they cared, they wouldn't be letting you escape or get away. They would have taken some sort of action by now. And the longer this person ignores this discussion, the more you look at them like they're not worth having the conversation with anymore, right? So I think that this person is trying to be strategic in their silence to be able to come up with kind of a plan. What am I going to do? I know that I can't avoid this conversation any longer, right? The next time I talk to this person, I have to have some kind of answer. And so that's why they're not speaking to you, because they know that the time is up, that you've been patient enough, and they know that the next time they talk to you, they're really going to have to figure out what the plan is, but it's going to have to be well thought out, and will already have to be at least the beginning of it executed for you to take that serious, right? You don't want to hear about what somebody is going to do, because they know you well enough to know that in the time that they haven't been speaking to you, you will expect them to come back with some kind of results, not just a plan that might be implemented next year. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to hear about what's going to happen in the future. You will want results for as long as they've been gone. What have you been doing? What have you been working on? If you know you need to get a divorce and you haven't been talking to me, have you hired that lawyer? Have you filed that paperwork? So they're aware of the fact that until they make any kind of progress, they can't come back to you, because you're still waiting on whatever this answer is, right? Are we getting married? Are we getting engaged? Are you leaving so-and-so? And the answer isn't going to be enough, because I feel like they probably have told you things like that in the past, or at least express that they wanted to do things like that in the past. And at the time, you were able to take this person at their word. But because the actions never came, the results never manifested, now, right, anything that they say they're going to do, you don't really view that as like solid. Their words are kind of meaningless, and they realize that without the necessary action to back up what they're saying to you, you don't want anything to do with that. So your person is actually avoiding you at this time because it's going to require them to do things that they may not want to do to be able to get back in your good graces. They don't want to have a conversation. They know just having the conversation now isn't going to be good enough because it's taken so long to have the conversation. They're going to need to be able to show you something tangible, right, that they've been able to produce or procure in the time that they've made you wait. And it's causing them more and more anxiety because the longer this goes, the more they feel like they are at a disadvantage, right? But it's not because of anything you're doing. You made your needs known, right? All right, so looking into your person, what they're hoping to accomplish by ignoring you, because that's something that I am always curious of. 2 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. So, wow, right? This is somebody that wants you to get in your feelings because it seems like there isn't going to be a future between you and this person, right? It's almost like this person is trying to like reverse Uno you, where you said, hey, this is what I need from you. This is where we should be at by now. I can't keep waiting around. And instead of them giving you anything to go on, they disappear. They're hoping that you'll get into your feelings to the point that you will start seeing what they've been offering you as having more value than it actually does, right? They probably have tried to talk to other people and offer the same thing to other people because they're looking for somebody that's kind of dumb enough to settle for their offer, or somebody that doesn't have a problem with the way they're showing up, right? But I feel like that's not going to work for them simply because you got the Lovers and you got the 6 of Cups, and then I just opened this up and here's the 6 of Cups again. You and this person have some kind of connection that they're not going to be able to run from, right? So for everything that you put up with, they're thinking like you did the least and they can find somebody and give them what they've been giving and get more. That's not going to happen. In reality, they're actually going to get a lot less. And I feel like that's a lesson that this person is having to discover in the time that they have not been speaking to you. Now, this person is just really kind of banking on your emotions for them, right? If they don't give you anything to go on, will you look at this like they took you at your word and said, okay, you know, you've got your ultimatum. I'm not going to be put in a box. You don't get to tell me what to do. I'm just going to throw a fit and shut down, right? That's what this is kind of looking like to me. This person, however, is really wanting to be in a relationship. They want to go from the 2 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. But what's interesting is that in their mind to do that, something needs to get left behind. And I don't particularly know if that's the third energy that I've been picking up on, or if they feel like that's the past, right? There's some stuff about this person. I feel like they're still dealing with an ex, so maybe they have kids with that person, or there's something that didn't work out, but it doesn't have anything to do with you, and that's what's completely affecting the way that they move, okay? This is actually, I would say, even though this person is kind of annoying, this is pretty positive as far as like what they're trying to accomplish by ignoring you. It's almost like with the Fool at the bottom of the deck and with all the cards I'm seeing here, if they can ignore you long enough, they're kind of hoping to have a fresh start. I feel like whatever you wanted, this person may not be ready to give it, but they could be trying to set themselves up to be in a situation where they can give you something a little bit similar, right? So kind of odd because it's like, okay, I don't want you talking to your ex anymore, right? Maybe that's something that you've argued about. This person in their mind is kind of like, okay, well, I can't stop talking to my ex because that's not a negotiation for me. That's not something I'm willing to give up. but I can be your significant other. We could live together. I would be willing to change my relationship status on Facebook. You get what I'm saying? So it's like this person, I feel like they're kind of hoping that if you miss them enough, them returning into your life and giving all of themselves to you would make it so that you don't try to enforce whatever this is that you're mad about. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you can have all of me, but sorry, I'm always going to be a part of this person's life. So I feel like they're trying to utilize the time that you guys are apart, and they're hoping that that'll really make you miss them, you know, enough that if they give themselves to you when they return, that will make it so that you're not still looking at whatever it is that they don't want to get rid of, right? Kind of frustrating because I don't feel like this person is taking you at your word. I feel like they have this attitude of like, if I can upgrade myself and I can be better, if I can be more, then maybe this person that I'm dealing with won't expect me to release things that I'm not ready to release. You know, if my offer looks better, right? Think about it like if you go to a car lot and you want to buy this car and the seller's like, no, I'm only selling it for 15 grand, not a penny less. And you're like, well, I don't think the car is worth 15 grand. They might add a warranty, right? Okay, well, you can have a 3-year warranty, but it's still 15 grand. So then you'll think about it like, well, that is kind of a good deal because at least I can bring it back. You get what I'm saying? That's what this person is doing. It's like they know what they're not willing to budge on. You know, they're not willing to budge on releasing whatever it is that you don't like about their situation, but they feel like if they can make themselves look better, you know, then maybe you would be more apt to allow them to keep whatever it is that they don't want to let go of, right? So I think they're trying to subscribe to like the absence makes the heart grow fonder. And then if I can just like get a bunch of muscles, maybe upgrade my paycheck, get a car, do some of the stuff that I need to be doing that I've been avoiding, whatever their deal is, I can return and I can sweep this person off their feet. And they won't even care that my ex still calls me every time the pipes leak, right? I don't know what you want to do with that. Their current actions, Knight of Swords, Hierophant. So this person, if you're not falling for this, right, this silent treatment at this time, and you're not going out of your way to reach out for them, it's very possible that if you see this person, or if you have access to like this person's social media, whatever, they're trying to make themselves look super attractive. Okay, they might even be saying things like they found the one. Okay, well, you're looking like that's not me. I don't know who that is, right? They're talking about you, but I feel like they're not saying it in a way that you would know because they're trying to inspire you to feel like you've lost them. Okay, this person is, like I said, being strategic. They want you to desire them. They want you to not know what's going to happen next. They want you to think that all is lost so that they can come back in and be like, just kidding, right? Now, 3 of Cups, bottom of your deck, Justice. They know that they owe you a lot, but I just think whatever it is that you're upset about, it seems like there's a lot of things that you're kind of upset about. So they're trying to pick the ones on the list that it feels like are the easiest to tackle. And they're trying to avoid the ones that they know are going to upset you because they know they have something, they have to show you something for the time that they've been ignoring you, right? So did you get a divorce? No, I didn't get a divorce, but I repaired my credit so we can get a place one day when I get that divorce. You get what I'm saying? All right, so how no contact is affecting them. You got 8 of Cups in the reverse. So they're struggling. This person struggles with not talking to you. You know, they think about you all the time. They really miss you, to be honest with you. This is somebody who they wanted to be able to kind of find love, right? That wasn't you because they don't want to have this discussion. But nobody compares to you. And so that is their problem, is that whatever they do, wherever they go, their heart is with you. Their mind goes back to you. They compare you to other people. You would never know that, though, because this person acts so aloof, right? They act so undecided about this connection, or like they don't want it, or they don't care. But that's an illusion. That's a game that they play. The reality of the situation is that this person is not going anywhere, but they're going to move at their own pace, which is frustrating, right? Let me just clarify this card over here. Yeah, I mean, I think this person is in the process of trying to figure out what they would need to do to be a good partner. Even though whatever that Two of Swords represents, that in their mind is non-negotiable, it's almost like they want to try to figure out how they can make you so happy that whatever this is won't matter anymore, right? So they could be even like trying to gain information by asking other people in their lives, like, hey, have you been married for long? What kind of partner did you need to be to make your wife happy, right? I feel like this person is trying to console themselves at this time. They're kind of like gaslighting themselves. So if this is someone who had a tendency to gaslight you, just know they do it to everybody, including themselves. I think that this person will be making a decision about this connection, but I'm also seeing that a lot of what they decide will depend on how they perceive you. You know, do they think you're done? Do they think that you'd be willing to give this another go? And it's almost like, I'm going to tell you right now, if this person communicates with you, and I'm going to check more about that in extended, they probably will not be forthcoming about why they're speaking to you, because they don't want to put it all out there, right? They're going to wait and see how you respond first, or like what the tone of your voice is, or how long it takes you to get back to them. And then that will tell them whether or not they could even have success in trying to win you over. You know, if you seem frustrated, this person may completely just not reply, right? Or if you seem like the first thing out of your mouth is like, what'd you do about this? They may not even respond. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like this person right now, they're kind of trying to make a plan. But I'm going to let you know right now that when you're speaking to them, when this person does get in touch with you, and I'm going to see when that'll be, like if that'll be in the month of January, they're trying to collect information about how you feel about them before they go all the way and just say whatever to you, okay? They want to know if this is just completely done, but they're not really willing to ask, all right? So I'm going to take this over to the extended reading because it looks like there's definitely going to be a conversation. They're trying to figure out what to say. I'm going to check and see how they feel about you and what they're actually wanting out of the connection, what their intentions are and their future actions. And then I'm going to see if they'll reach out in January, and if so, what that'll look like, and get advice for you. I hope this was able to provide you with some clarity about why this person is being silent. And I'll put the preview to the extended reading at the end of the video. Hi there, and thank you so much for joining me for the extended reading. So I've pulled the first 4 cards of your spread. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'll read these answers, and then I'm going to look into different people that you could be dealing with, okay? So we'll look by like zodiac sign or element. We'll just kind of see as the reading unfolds what it seems like we need to do. But then you'll get a definitive answer for your specific person, a yes or no oracle card, and then we'll pull some tarot around those as well. So that those of you who want to know, like, okay, what's my fire sign going to do versus my air sign, you'll have that information. All right, so moving on. Your person, bottom of their deck, Magician, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups reversed, Queen of Swords reversed. So they know that you're mad, right? That is a given. They know that you're pissed off. And this person, you'd actually be surprised to find that this person feels like you are looking at them like you're doing what you always do. I don't know why. Something about this disappearance is different. And I think for you, it felt different because you really needed what you needed and you tried to convey that, and then they left and you were getting very fed up. For them, it's different, and I'm not sure what is different about it. I'm going to check into that. But they know that you're viewing this disappearance just like every other one. And for some reason, they want you to know, or they will be trying to get you to understand that it's not. So they feel like you don't have all of the information as to why they're being quiet. It seems like they're working on something. So let's see what that is.